Comprendo. All right. All right. Oh man. Body's getting loaded in, and we'll get started. One, two, three, four, five. Good to me. Everybody doing well?
Doing pretty good.
Doing okay.
Yeah, I'm good with
good.
All
one
right.
exception.
Awesome.
Glad to hear it. All right. Well, then let's get started. Looks like everybody's logged in, ready to play. The Trolls Are Us gang taking on the Tomb of Horrors. Or Tiddlywinks.
Well, shopping and stuff first, right?
Possibly. You don't know. You might get something, you might not. Depends on what you're going after.
Mostly, I just want to clean myself out.
Yeah. So let's get started. All right. So let's do our introductions. Sorry, I got mosquito somewhere in here, and my office is just dive bombing me. Yes. Welcome, folks. Sorry, we'll get started here. It's Monday night. There he is. Darn it! I'm gonna kill him. Monday night D&D. Trolls Are Us. Welcome. Glad you could join us. Let's do introductions, and we'll do a recap of the stupendous ending that we had of Dead and Fae. The big let me down from the side. But anyway, no, it was actually pretty epic. And then we got to pick up the adventure and continue moving forward. Mar, you're up first.
Mar is your ever bouncy, happy, fun time archer of one-shotty doom, apparently.
Brew.
Crew is your human barbarian. He's been following his dreams so far. We'll see where they shall lead him next, if there are any.
Right. Toomlock.
Toomlock, your Air Genasi rogue, who doesn't have to breathe, which the player itself wishes he didn't have to breathe because he's all stuffed up and congested because allergy season. But yeah, I like to do it from behind with stabby.
Inilius.
I'm an Ilias, half-elven wizard bard, come from the Candlekeep area, in search of great knowledge, missing family and friends, and way to just clear out his backpack.
All right. And Kaz.
I'm Kaz. I play our Dwarven War Cleric, and hopefully I'll be able to establish some sort of mercenary force before I meet certain impending doom.
It's not a given. It's not a given. Like I said, this could be the Tomb of Tiddlywinks. Okay.
It looks like there's some gold pieces in the party sheet that you might want to distribute.
Do I really want to?
Well, that's, I guess, a matter of opinion.
Let's see. Oh.
Yours.
Boom. There you go. People got some more gold. Okay. So yes, 2 weeks ago, yes. The group made their final way out of Dead and Thay, destroying a Demilich and the phylacteries that were hidden inside the Doom Vault with a one-shotter headshot from Mar, who rolled a 7 times critical or whatever the hell that was, I think, if I remember correctly. Something astronomically outrageous and stupendous and typical Mar, actually. Took the Lich out, exploded, just destroyed the phylacteries, but it was, they won. And Serana, the wizard, the red wizard elf, female elf wizard, extracted the group from the Doom Vault and said, thank you very much. Actually, yeah, it was like if I remember correctly, it wasn't much. So it was a whimper. She would transport you anywhere you wanted to magically, and invited anyone that particularly had, especially those of arcane talent, pretty much Anilius, if they wanted to remain or come to Thay and remain, tutelage under her and her leadership. And boom, the Doom Vault was breaking down. Its powers were destroyed, and that was the mission to stop that, so that they couldn't continue with their evil ways and bringing about mayhem in the Sword Coast region. And so the adventurers got back outside, no worse the wear, and boom, you're kind of looking at each other and deciding, what are we going to do next? And that's where we find ourselves, I guess. Let's bring up a map. How about that? How about a nice Sword Coast map? Onyx, that really hurts. Oh my God, I ain't giving you that one. That one will destroy. Sword Coast. A good one, do I? Well, while we're waiting, while I'm pulling it up. Yes, guys. So you're back. Ashley, we're back out. You're outside. You're able to breathe the fresh air, take a long rest, which I think we've given you. Yeah. Okay. And life's good. What do you want to do? With that being said,
I want to head to a big city.
I was going to say, she did say she would teleport us anywhere we wanted, right?
That's correct.
So, Neverwinter, maybe?
Is there good shopping there?
It's one of the two biggest cities on the Sword Coast.
Well, your home base, is
Waterdeep.
Yeah. It's up to y'all.
Waterdeep's a very good one.
Well, yeah. Either way, I mean, just have her teleport us to one of those places so we can shop.
Shop. They want to shop. Onyx, that really hurts. Is that anybody else got any suggestions that they?
I vote Waterdeep.
I don't mind Waterdeep. It's up to you guys.
Waterdeep's fine.
Waterdeep it is. And why don't I have... Let's actually put in Waterdeep. Maybe I can get in a Waterdeep. Yeah, but that's the... I'm not too worried about... I mean, this is the city map. We've used it before, but it's an older one. Okay, so the group is transported back to the southern gates of the city. The city of Splendor. The city of Waterdeep. And you are reveling in your abilities, your success again to vanquish evil. And you're wandering into the town.
It looks like we have some plate mail, a refined battle axe, greatsword, and shortbow we'd all like to sell.
And the plate mail looks like it might need identified along with the other.
I think that plate might be something Kaz might need. I don't know. Wait, plate of vulnerability. You don't want that. That's a curse item.
Boom! I didn't know we hadn't identified it. It's identified. Okay. Boom! They've been identified for you. Anilius would have taken the time to identify them, and
yes, I would.
It is time for you. You can venture into town to sell them. Any of your other stuff you've got on your personages.
Yep, I have a couple of things on my personages that could be sold.
And I'd also like to take some time to learn me some new spells.
Mar wants to buy a hat.
Doesn't he have enough hats?
Nope, no such thing.
No such thing. Well, all right. Well, how are you gonna learn spells in this? If you talking about purchasing some spells, you mean? Or I thought you
Well, I currently have some scrolls that I can learn, but I'd also like to be able to purchase possibly some scrolls.
You would. Well, then what about, okay, so we've got some spell images. We've got some items to sell. Does anybody want to put their stuff in the party sheet that they want to sell, or do they want to sell it themselves?
Mar will toss his stuff in there. Let's see. He'll sell that. Let's see. Now, because this is Mar, I've got problems. I always have difficulties. Here you go. Figure out what 17 of these are worth.
17. That's a good question. Okay.
They're rare and exotic, and Mar is willing to trade them for a hat.
Some of the things I want to sell I may sell depending on if I can find something that I want to replace them.
Oh, quick side note: moving things into the party sheet, you can shift click and it moves the entire stack.
Oh, sweet Jesus!
Thank you.
I just tested that out because it works in every other game I've played. So I'm like, let's try it, and it works.
Bare teeth. Peyton.
And I've got a couple of other things. Now, these are probably another thing that you're gonna have to figure out the price on.
You bastards! Oh God.
What are these spell books?
Mar's reading material.
Also, emergency toilet paper.
Yes.
They might be missing some pages.
I would request spell books from the Mar.
Mar would like a hat. He wants the headband of intelligence, actually, if we can find one.
Oh no! Hold on.
Oh God! Then we're gonna have a smart Mar. Oh goodness, that's gonna be dangerous.
A smarty pants? A know-it-all Mar? No.
So, all right, let me pull up my gaming deal because we've done some selling in the buying and selling in the past, but most of it's. Didn't we just do common and uncommon items before?
Well, the headband of intelligence, if it matters, is an uncommon.
That's fine.
And that's a very special item there. That's probably right there, worth more than everything else.
Hold on, I've got. Where is?
I have some magic horseshoes I'd love to trade for Ring of Protection.
I'm looking for a nice staff, but that's something we can deal with later.
You're selling your magic cheese roll there, Mar.
Well, it was moldy, and the last one didn't taste so good.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
That's been in his hair for a little while.
So I asked the Mar how he would feel about giving me those spellbooks.
Okay, never mind. So first off, Mar, Mar, would you want to give those to him or not?
Well, I don't know. Is he trying to persuade the Mar?
I could possibly use those.
I don't know. What's your persuasion check?
I have no idea.
They're kind of defiled now. Just so you know.
They're defiled now.
As in, there may be a couple pages missing here and there, and Mars kind of gotten wet, and y'all been into some messy combats, and he didn't take really good care of them. Did you, Mar?
Probably not. Mar will share his his books with him.
Just so you know that they're not in really.
Well, in that case, I'll just ask: are there any actually usable spells with any of them?
They were for the moment and all that. He was Mar. You'll have to tell him how you. I mean, that's up to you if you want to tell him how you came about with them or not. So
Mar has a friend who wanted to read them first. and he finished with them, and so then Mar got to play with them.
How many healers kits can I buy for this super adventure we're going on?
You can. All right, so let's do one thing at a time here.
Poor Duff.
Because I'm like,
Well,
holy moly.
spell books don't get used up by someone reading them. So
Yeah, he was lifting them on and off as y'all were encountering different some of the wizards and all that, and his little friend was grabbing them. And not that I'm trying to tell your secrets there, Mar.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, but Mar wasn't a really good keeper of things. They're not really going to be of use to you.
okay, if there's no usable spells, then I don't need them.
Yeah, you'll take them and
Needless to
kind of
say,
look
the
through
spell
them and
books are
go,
shitty.
yeah. I'm trying to see. I had this other in PDF about some of the sales stuff. It was more the common
realistic shopping price, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to find that. I've got it somewhere. I just can't. I've got way too much stuff to look at.
I can get you the website. Same magical items. That's what it's
Sane.
called.
That's it. Sane magical items. Where the hell is that thing? I know I've got it somewhere. Let me type in Sane.
Because I remember seeing that too. Because there was a big debate about how gold and 5e works, and it's real wonky.
It is wonky, and the issue is with buying magical stuff and all that is that the 5e realm is it's supposed to be very difficult to find stuff outside of the common uncommon. That's about it. The rest of the stuff it's going to be stuff that you discover or find out adventuring and all that. It's not something that you're going to be readily available to purchase without an arm and a leg, or maybe 2 arms and 2 legs. And I just heard a follow come through, and I apologize, folks who are watching.
It was Quicksilver, yeah.
I appreciate it, Quicksilver. Welcome to the Rejects.
As far as I know,
I have a heavy tome, but I'm not sure if it's actually been
Tomes.
identified for me.
Yeah, nah, most of them, the tomes you were picking up were they were just resellable items. They're not, as they've been identified, they've got some pricing here to them. And,
This one does not. It just says that it has a desiccated tongue into it.
that would have been one of the bad guys' tomes, and so with the tongue on it was one of the Red Wizards, I believe. You got it in this last seal, yeah. And so you can put it in the deal. I can look it up real quick while we're sitting here talking if it had a value to it. I don't think any of them did.
If it does, then I'll sell it.
Yeah. Put it in anything on the party sheet that you want to sell. If they don't have an item for them, then they're not going to sell, or they were just particular to the area where you're at, like the glyph keys. They got a crystal in them, but there's nothing particularly valuable about them. And so you can put them in there, and anything that arrows out, you might get some junk pricing for them that we can come to. Someone might just take them off your hand.
I have a robe of summer.
Oh my god, the teeth and the bear skin, the cockatrice eggs. Oh my god, damn it, more. Praten eggs. Most of these, yeah, I think you've had for a while on you, and I think some of them have gone bad. Don't you think? Maybe that I don't know if they would have toned.
Well, we were only gone for a week.
I'd say you might have shaken them up a little bit.
Fair enough. They might be scrambled, but we don't know till you crack them open. I don't know. What is a rare creature's eggs worth? I could
Probably
draw
a lot more
mana
if they were still alive.
and hatch one. Can I have 70 cockatrices follow me around?
Okay, Manilius, you might want. Okay, so we didn't. The Tome of the Still Tongue. It is back identified. I don't know why we missed that one. It's the one with the desiccated tongue on it. And it's got a little. Doesn't seem to be anything. It needs attunement. But it's got.
Wow, it says 97,000 gold pieces.
Yeah.
It's a wondrous item and legendary.
Yeah.
I said my horseshoe
Oh, wow.
for 50,000.
That's once a day free casting of any spell in your thing for as a bonus action without using a spell slot.
That's right. Yeah, I was seeing that.
Yeah, but I think there's some gotchas to it.
Other than the tongue, it's not particularly. I don't know if what are you? Your alignment's what?
I'm Kata good.
And then it might be something that you would be, not too upset of using. The only thing is if the tongue gets ripped off, then everything in there is permanently erased.
It says Vecna watches everyone who uses the tome.
Yeah, you killed him.
What's that?
Didn't you kill? I think y'all killed Vecna.
Vecna? Vecna's like a demigod or whatever.
He's not? Oh, okay. Anyone watches...
if you watch Critical Role, he was one of the bad
he's
guy.
the final boss of their season.
Oh, really? Watches anyone using this tell me also right in the book. These messages appear.
Vecna is a very famous evil wizard lich from D&D lore.
Well, why don't you talk to Vecna then? Maybe you should... All right, no.
We kind of are on opposing sides.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, so let's.
So I would like to trade that for another wondrous item.
Well, yeah, I'm sure you would. The issue's going to be is that you're not going to, at the point in time, what's happening is finding someone that actually can purchase that anytime soon, and then the trading, okay. That is
if I could get a good staff, I would love to go to the party.
What are you wanting staff-wise? You've brought that up twice now, so he's baiting me, folks. So what is Anilius wanting?
No, I'd like a staff other than one that's from like first level. I've had the same staff since second level here.
It's a good staff. Well, you got the spider staff. What's wrong with that? Doesn't that give you spider climb, whatever? Yeah,
spider climb.
That's a nice staff. It's pretty.
It's okay.
He's not buying it.
Hey, Duff, are you going to let us level up to level 14?
Are y'all... Is it time to level up?
Well, like 5,000 experience, 6,000 experience away, but, I mean...
Look at you trying.
He's just wanting to be 14 level before we go to the next thing.
Let me see. Where are y'all at XP wise?
I'm at 134,000.
I'm less than 5K away.
Yeah, I see this. I'm not opposed to it going into this outside that you okay, so I'm trying without trying to make things too difficult or understanding what's happening here. Of getting rid of the stuff that you have in your inventory and stocking up on your typical stuff. You're also, as y'all have been in town and why we're thinking about this, that actually your bracers are going to actually fire off, and each of you is receiving a summons that from Praetor himself. He knows that y'all are back in town, and he is wishing to speak with everybody, and he understands that in the message that you're getting to relax a day or two, get your business in order, get your get things taken care of, get restocked up on what you need. He has some urgent matters that need attending to and wishes to speak to the group. And he will send his emissary to come get you in 2 days' time to bring you to his place, so that he may speak with the group. So, with that being said, then we have all this stuff in the party sheet. So you're going to find, let's get the mundane stuff, or all the stuff in there. Oh, how I'm going to play with that stuff. I don't know what to do with all the funny things. This is Splacer Beast. Son of a bitch.
Probably someone who handles spell components or something.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking in the long run I might try to make a Displacer Beast whip, but
I should have thought about this, but yeah, trying to figure out how to get material opponent cost. I knew it. There's just not going to be something easy. Where is that same damn? Hold on.
I linked the website in the forum post in the Discord. Yeah.
Thank you. All right.
I don't know if there. I didn't know there was a PDF. I'm sure there is.
Oh no, yeah. There. Here, let me. See, that's what I'm. Dumbass me's trying to find.
There you go.
Uh-oh, something else.
Soon put it in.
Yep. I've had it because we were using it. We were looking at it for portals before. And he broke it down based on selling and cost. But the issue is that 5e is the magic part is what's the word I'm looking for?
It's supposed to be rarer.
It's rarer, yes, much rarer, and the pricing reflects some of this stuff. But selling it is, is just as
yes.
hard.
But we're in the city to sell if available.
But that's There's some of that, but you've got 2 days time to get stuff taken care of. Many of these things are going to take more than that to be able to find a buyer, negotiate, and things like that. So you're going to want to look at storing them somewhere, putting them in safekeeping and all that to handle at another time, because you are back on a ticking clock to get things handled quickly before you are summoned to Praetor to discuss whatever is on his mind. So with that
here's something really funny for you.
Oh, no,
At the very bottom page, it says Tome of Stilled Tongues, and then of course no wizard would ever sell this.
Where is it? No wizard would ever sell this.
It's at the very bottom.
Yeah, I see it
on that bottom
I
page.
see it.
It's hilarious.
Well, we might have a wizard that wants to. But
for the moment, I guess I will hold on to it.
Yeah, it's pretty. All right, so I'm going to sell. Now I need some. You've got some negotiation to do here. You've got price. You've got sellers in the percentage range offering you anywhere from 6 to 8. 9 cents on 9 silver to the gold. And the question is, what's going to be your average? We're going to average it out on some of the sell here of items that do have cost to them. And who wants to do the negotiating, the charisma checks on that to see if they can.
Sure, I'll do that.
Okay.
So you're going to give me a couple of rolls, please.
Okay.
Some persuasion rolls. What else you got going on here? Let's see.
You want those in the tower so I don't see the massive numbers?
Please.
I'll assist.
Yeah. So far. Oh, so give me another roll on the assistance with Kaz tickling your funny bone. You were he pinched you in the butt and it kind of shook you there a little bit. All right, you're gonna get 80%, 80 cents on the dollar on that. So let's see what happens there. Okay, so you've got some stuff sold. Red Dragon Horn. What the hell was that?
It's a horn we broke off of a red dragon with my teeth.
Oh,
Right.
and there's a
So-
Wanda Magic Missile. Didn't get a cost for it, really?
So, Aurelius, did you take your tome back temporarily?
I've taken it at least temporarily back, yes.
Yeah, yes.
I
All
was
right.
gonna say, because if you didn't take it back, we got gypped.
Yeah. Yeah. Funny. All right, let me see. Wand of. Oh, there. I had the spreadsheet too, where it was all in alphabetical. There it is. All right. So what were they saying? The wand. That's not bad. Okay, so we're going to take an average of that. Sure. Right. So we're going to sell the wand of magic missiles. And I need to change that. It is uncommon, but that's in the wrong. Rarity is Alright. We'll sell that too. Alright. Skeleton keys are not, those are just adventuring keys, open up doors, or nothing really to them. Now you've got Aurelius, you've got all those glyph keys. Are you holding on to those just for
I deleted
keepsake?
deleted most of them from my list.
Yeah,
I kept like a master one.
well, they're no good to you anymore. The Doom Vault's just
Well,
destroyed.
as I said, I deleted most of them except I kept the
Oh,
master.
I'm just well,
the
okay.
master
So, but do you remember? So, I mean, this question is: are you holding on to them, or did you, maybe it might get some junk cost for them down? I'm just saying there were,
Oh, I deleted them from my list, but I deleted like 15 of them.
That's gonna say. I knew you had many. I'm gonna put 15 in here just so that if there's some numbers, if I can pull some numbers from and all that, I'll do that. Okay. So what I want to do here for the moment is I'm going to, let me see, I need new notes. And let's see, can I put these? Okay. That's not going to do me any good. How about new items? No. Actually, I want a parcel is what I want to do. Sorry, folks. We're still getting through here. Shopping list. Yeah, create items. I'm going to pull the stuff out of the moment. And Glacier Beast, Diary, Keys, Cheese Rolls. You don't want to get rid of Mr. Cheese Rolls.
That was another cheese roll.
Yes, I know. He would be upset. All right, I'm getting this stuff out of here. Who's Master, Necromancer, and Transmuter. Okay, good. Saying I can't delete. Is there any way to delete everything? Oh, yes, I can do it this way, derp. Okay, so we have had some sales there. Okay, so now you've got some stuff sold. Let's negotiate on some of the things or what you're trying to look for. Aurelius,
I have a couple of personal things I want to sell.
Okay, all right. You can. So okay. If you still got some personal things, you can drop those. And you can drop your stuff Tomblock into the party sheet.
Do you want to parcel out the gold,
Oh,
the
yeah,
gold
before I do
coins
that.
that are currently
Yeah,
there?
boom. There you go. Done.
And of course, I can't sell Drown because expensive.
Yep. Anything
I'm gonna
else?
change all my money into notes, so I just have a paper.
So I think that's everything. Yeah, that's everything.
So,
All right.
don't get to have everyone add up their new gold and count the weight for it.
Yeah, no. So, all right. So you just sold
And
all
convert it to
that.
platinum.
And let's see. You need to put. Holy moly! Are you shitting me? 70. All right. Damn it, Toonlock.
I'll get like 450 platinum notes.
Yeah. Let me add this all up. 41.
Or 5 of them, actually.
All right. Okay. You're done. I put it in your party sheet. I mean, your inventory sheet.
Thank you.
All right. Anybody else got anything personal they want to sell?
I would like to see if I could. I don't know if it'd be a roll or not, but to find a store within the time frame that would barter a ring of protection for my
Yeah, that's
magical
coming.
horseshoes.
That's coming. Yeah, hold on. What? Yeah, so I'm just. There's anything else of mundane stuff and all that before we get to, the extra, the fancy stuff.
Okay.
Yep, because Anilius is looking for a staff, and maybe a couple extra spells to add to his repertoire. If that's it, then we'll.
I think for the most part, I'm pretty good. I still have some weird items, but I think I'll keep the bottled breath and the what was it, the balloon bag or whatever.
I sold the balloon pack because it was empty.
Mine's not empty. I didn't use it.
Okay, so and that's right, you've got the bag of holding. I was like looking at all this stuff. What in the hell is going on here with this thing?
I'm trying to organize it. I'm putting all of my scrolls into one of my pouches just to keep it all organized.
Yeah, I see what yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I got a bag of holding too.
Yeah. All right. So, Crew Cash, you're asking to sell some magical horseshoes for a ring of protection. Is that correct?
Yes.
A ring of protection.
I believe it's a rare item.
Mm-hmm. Pull this up. I give it to you. I had to give it to everybody. 1 second. Magic items.
I'm trading a wondrous item for a rare.
He's trading down. All right. I need a persuade. Let's see what I want to do here. What the cost is going to be. Not like y'all don't have enough money as it is, but so the cost for this thing is you're finding somewhere in the range of about 3,500 to 4,000 gold pieces.
The shoes are worth 5 to 50,000.
Shoes, are they really? Wow. So the issue's going to be is finding somebody with a lot of money in that time. But if you're,
I just want a straight barter. I don't want any compensation. Otherwise,
all right.
I just want to give them the shoes or something I can.
All right, you can have. All right, we'll do that. You put your shoes. You may remove the shoes. Horseshoes or zephyrs, really, seemingly. You won those in one of the magic item things, didn't you? You sure did, if I remember correctly. Those were bought for you. It doesn't matter. If it is, it is. So be it.
They were.
Okay. Boom. That's a better deal on that one. Anything else Crew Cash is looking for?
Nope, that's it.
Mar?
Yes, I am Mar.
Anything particularly on your shopping list?
A headband of intellect, if we can find it. If not, nothing.
Headband. Oh my god. Let me see. Do we really want Mar to be like that? Oh boy. How can it be a wondrous item like it is uncommon though? And not that much.
No, it's not.
It's
Because
not.
most people who actually need it don't need it.
It could be useful for me.
Well, now, see, our sane magical items, they give that thing a much, much larger cost. Wow. I'm talking like 10, 12 times more. Wow. I would like a D6 roll in the tower, Mar.
Okay.
All right. You are going. Why am I even worried about? You guys have got more money. You snot rags know what to do with. So you can find one for 2,500 gold. And that gives you an intelligence of 19 while you wear this. It has no other factor. Intelligence is 19 or higher. Holy moly. Okay. Boom. Mar became smart. It's going to be the downfall of the group.
Works. Oh, can you identify that?
Oh, yeah. Aren't you smart enough to do it yourself? There you go. All right.
Yay! I'll take the money off.
Anilius. All right. Anilius, what are you looking for?
Spell scrolls and a decent staff. You probably won't give me a decent staff, but
Staff of what, though? What is it you're wanting the staff to do?
well, there's lots of things I'd like it to be able to do.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Like a nice staff of power, that would be great.
I'm sure that it would. Uh-huh.
See?
Mm-hmm. Keep going. You don't.
There's always the staff of the Magi.
Yeah, you're gonna. Yeah, any of the yeah. Son of a, where's that one at? I knew that one was. Where is it? Where is the Magi one? Why isn't that in the Weird. Hold on a second. I want to close the damn book. Duffy. Magic items. Keep going. Yeah. Yeah.
I figured I wouldn't be able to find a decent one, but I mean,
A rare one, maybe. Uncommon one.
but I have a legendary item I can trade for it.
Now, if it's a rare one on up, the issue is you don't have the time to do the full search and setup and other stuff. You're limited time frame here. Hate to tell you. So
Yep.
that is what's going to cause the problem of trying to get and find. Plus, like I said, it's very hard to find this kind of good stuff.
Yep, I know.
So, what else is on your list? Some scrolls? Scrolls of what?
Some spell scrolls.
Yeah, listen to him. He ain't going to tell me until... And what would those scrolls happen to be of, Mr. Anilius?
Well, I'd like to be looking for anything in the divination realm that I don't already have. That's 5th level or lower.
Spells. Player handbook. Duffy. Index. Oh, I can't do it by type. Damn it. Hold on. Spells. 5th edition. Alright. I need filter
The spell thing on here doesn't let me do it by the school for some reason.
I
So
know. I've noticed that. All spell divination. Okay. From a wizard divination spell. All right.
That's the best wizard spell list online. You can just scroll down looking at the
Is
schools.
it Donjon? Because that's what I was looking for.
I'm on D&D Beyond site, and it's got a nice.
I got that as well.
Yeah.
As you said, this one allows you to sort by school, so you can just
That's what
per
I'm.
level per school.
Yeah,
Donjon lets you do that.
Yeah, they several different ones. You can find you've got a couple. So yeah, once again, the easier ones to find, the ones that are going to take the higher level ones. I don't know what you've got so far anyway. So you're going to have to tell me a little bit of particular.
Okay, so for the ones I'd be interested in would be Rary's Telepathic Bond, Legend Lore, Contact of the Plane, Locate Creature, Tongues, Clairvoyance, See Invisibility, Mind Spike, Locate Object, Detect Thoughts.
Alright. Well, alright, so it's going to be a random roll for one of these guys. Let me. Hold on a second. We're going to start Locate Object. And then next, see, Detect Thoughts. Is that what you said? All right.
I've got the list in front of me here, so
Give me
it's
8. Give me 8 of them.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's a total of 10. So
How many?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there's 11 that I'm looking for.
All right, give me 8 of them.
The ones that I most likely want: Rary's Telepathic Bond, Legend Lore, Locate
Right.
Creatures,
Right, yeah.
Tongues,
Okay.
See Invisibility,
Okay.
Mind Spike.
3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 there. Give
Okay.
me-
Locate Object.
Okay, Locate Object and Locate Creature. That's why I have that was I had Locate and I was missing. Okay, so Creature. All right, I'm going to jumble these up in a particular order, and then you're gonna roll me a. I want a D4 in the tower, please. Okay.
Done.
Now I want a D8 roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I want 3 D8 rolls. And if you roll the same one, you can reroll it again.
3 D8s.
Yep, roll me just 1 D8 at a time. Just roll me one there.
Yep.
And then 7. Next one. Next one. Last one. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Up. You rolled a 7 already, so roll me it again. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. So you have found scroll. Now we got to find some cost for them. The cost for these 5th level spells are going to be.
5th level spells are pretty expensive.
Yeah. Let me see. Where is the table on these guys? Get off of here. Tables. Now, spell scroll 5. Well, that's interesting. There's the same price doesn't have that. That is like spell scroll. There we go. All right. So what's this saying? And alrighty, so let's find. See, 5th level. Now that's.
Of course, what I'd rather find is, say, a spell book of divination that might have them all.
Well, that would have them all in there.
But they wouldn't be able to be activated, so the pricing would be different. Scrolls are generally expensive because they're a magic item that can be released. I just want to learn them. I don't necessarily need to be able to use them.
Yeah, but how long does it take you to learn a spell? Through the
2
process.
hours
don't
per
know.
level of the spell, I think.
Something like that.
Say that again.
Like 2 hours per level of the
Per
spell.
level? Okay. Your decision on the scroll. You've found 3 of the spell scrolls. You can take the scrolls or learn 2.
I'd rather learn 2.
Pick the 2 of this 8 you gave me and learn them.
2 of the 8? Okay.
Tomb lock.
I'm still searching. So
Okay, Kaz, you have you could get a healer's kit. Do you have one already on you?
I just like left it at 0, but I have none
What?
right now.
Okay, so you have none. Then you can have 2. That's fine.
I usually try to buy one too. Can I buy one?
Well, you are just Mr. I gotta have it on. Yeah, you can have one.
I was gonna say, can I restock my arrows? Do I just pay the normal price?
That
or-
stuff, all your mundane stuff, you can just purchase based on the pricing in the book. I have no problem with that. That I consider you are restocking your arrows, javelins. You both can do. You got 2 healing potions, but each of you can carry to start off with. Your torches, pitting, any of that kind of stuff. Rations, the mundane stuff. Clear your inventory. Basically pick that all back up. Not a problem.
Hey,
And-
Duff, do you think I could buy an either Ion Stone of Leadership, which gives +2 charisma, or there's also a tome that gives +2 charisma. I don't know.
I think the Ion. That's.
I think the stone's more common.
Yeah.
and
Here,
cheaper.
Going back to the magic items, the stone. Why can't I find that? Ion Stone of. They don't. I guess you can make it. You wanted a
I think-
which one?
I think one is of leadership or something like that, and that gives charisma. I'm not sure.
I've got a protection one. Let's see what they say online here, because I'm only seeing a couple. That's really weird. Or absorption, agility, awareness. Oh, there's all different kinds. Okay. Wow, they don't have them all listed. Interesting. I would think. Oh, because I've got it spelled wrong like an idiot. That would be why. There they are. You want of leadership. That would cost. Okay, yeah, it's a wondrous item. Anything else on your list?
It was just that one. I just was looking on the same magical prices and it said 3,000. That's why I thought it was cheaper, but I guess it's different.
It depends. Yeah, so it's well. The thing is, looking as far as its rarity is really what I looking at, and then going from there. And I would get you up into rare, and that's about it. The rares on very rares on up are going to be those that have to be discovered and found, stuff like that. Well, or you would have time over if y'all had the time to go the searching and the bartering and find out all that might work with a bigger cost, but I'm putting a time frame on what you can and can't get right now.
Right. That's the only thing.
You're just wanting a charisma raise.
Yeah. If I can get my charisma points up, that'd be cool.
Well, can't you? Does it have to be just the stone that does that to maximum?
I should say the only charisma raising items in the game are the Ionian stones and the Tomb of Leadership. There's nothing like the Helm of Headband Intelligence for
charisma, really.
Charisma, or dexterity, or what's the other one?
Unless you make it.
Wow, there's a. What's the other stat? There's strength. There's con. There's wisdom. Wisdom's the other one. There's not one for.
Yeah, that's finding it right now. That is going to be difficult. You can find some of the rare ones, but not the very rare ones, unfortunately, right now.
Yeah, it's fine.
Anything else?
Nope. No, I'm good.
Tomb Lock?
Okay, I have a list that I can narrow down.
I'm sitting down, folks. Here it comes.
My first wish would be maybe a +2 set of studded leather, which, shouldn't be maybe too terribly hard to find. And then maybe either a flame tongue rapier or a vorpal sword.
Yeah. Keep trying.
I was joking about the vorpal, but I mean, if it's possible to find a flame tongue, I haven't been able to. Yeah, it's rare. So according to this,
it's a rare. The tongue is. Let's see.
And I would be willing to trade Drown straight up for the +2 armor and flame tongue.
The armor's going to take you long because it's very rare. You're going to not have the time to get it. The flame now. Are you wanting a rapier on that guy?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I'm just because I figured you were using it with you because of the damage and then the ability to get the extra critical if it was struck.
And the ability to light up the room.
Light it up, yeah, 40-foot radius and all that. Now that you can find. And let me see, what are these guys running on these guys? Okay, so you're gonna find one for 5,000.
Okay. And
right.
like.
Yeah,
could I possibly find +1 studded leather, or something of that? Because I can't wear anything but light. So.
Yeah, you could find a +1 armor. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So there's the flame tongue, and let's see.
I think I will get something, but
Okay.
something simple like a +1 plate armor or something.
Okay. All right. And then the studded leather is going to cost you. What is it showing here? 15 give me a D4 roll in the tower, please. Tomblock. All right, so 8,000 gold. Buckaroo.
Would you take Drown?
Drown. Oh, you're going to take Drown. Yeah. Okay, you can get rid of Drown.
Because I don't even know the price on it, so.
It's not sellable at the point in time.
Right. That's what I was saying.
They're gonna get a bargain deal. All right, so there's your flame tongue. Okay, now Kaz just came back and said he would like some armor. What kind of armor would you like? Some +1?
Yeah, I think the plate armor might as well upgrade it.
Half or full plate or plate? Half plate.
Just regular plate, full plate.
Plate armor. All right, and that's gonna what that's showing. Roll me a D4 in the tower, please. 2,500.
All right.
And
I'll
it's
buy
in
it.
the party sheet.
Thank
Anybody
you.
else? Some other armor just in case. Y'all are.
And yeah, I threw it down in the.
I already took care of it.
Okay.
Yep.
What about
Anything else?
dwarven plate? Actually, speaking, since he's a dwarf, is there dwarven plate around? Oh no, it's a very rare. Never mind.
Mm-mm.
So I just was thinking Kaz and dwarf.
And I'm not saying it can't be around. It's just the timing right now. So you guys have got to get going. There is.
And then I threw my normal studded leather back in the party sheet. So
All right. So Kaz, the plate armor's in the party sheet.
Thank you.
Okay.
How much do I sell my old one for?
You can stick in the party sheet, and I just give you the plate armor. That's going to get you 1,200 gold. You can put back in your inventory.
All right.
Have we shot? Have you taken care of all your other mundane items and inventory stuff like that, gentlemen?
I am making sure that at the moment.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I
Yep.
think so. Now, is it possible to store our
Ration.
our coinage in a bag of holding?
Yeah.
You can, or you can put it in a bank.
Get that interest rates going.
A rogue putting money in a bank. No, he usually makes withdrawals.
So yeah, that's part of the deal, and we've talked about before, and the guys, of trying to assign the weight, but how much? What did we say? How much was gold? Like 100 gold was going to weigh what?
We
You said
did
it was
0.02 per coin.
0.02. So the question is, and your bag of holding can hold what? 5,000? Was that it? Was that what can the darn thing weight wise?
I know it's like 16 cubic feet. I don't remember the weight.
Thought they had a weight.
500 pounds.
500 pounds.
500 pounds.
64 cubic feet, 500 pounds.
So
And if I change all my gold into platinum, I'd only have 721 platinum pieces.
Which is only like 14 pounds.
yeah, okay, yeah. So if you wanna up color your money as much as possible.
Yes.
Okay, and I don't have a problem with that at all either.
And then Electrum's 2 to 1 for right? 2 Electrum to 1 gold.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Yep, and then just make yourself a coin, like you've got in yours, or anybody else's coins, and put it 02, and then put the number of coins that are all in there, so you've got your weight. But then if you transfer that to your bag of holding, I guess maybe you got to stick that in the bag of holding, and then I guess maybe you can take the weight off of your bag, and if you stick it in your bag of holding, take the weight off of your counter. But we want to put something actually in maybe the description line, so that we know.
Oh yeah, I would.
Yeah.
That location line is lovely.
Yeah. So yeah, just like and I know Elias is putting his together because they haven't got any way to code it if it's in a bag of holding, how to just track that from your.
You just take it off as, you just have it so it's not actually on.
Exactly. Yeah. So, all right. With that being said, we're done. Is it time to be called?
Unless I can find a robe of the Archmagi.
Yes, you were so close. Yes, we're the Duff's Home Shopping Network, HSN, Eric. Yes. So, yes, and I'm sure that you shouldn't talk because the girls went helter skelter in their shopping spree. Let's just say I learned my lesson there. So the girls ruined it for everybody else. Not really. So how could I say no to a bunch of ladies shopping and all the stuff that they bought?
Also, Duff, I would have probably gone to the cleric to have the barnacles removed from my skin now that I don't have drown anymore.
You're gonna get rid of all that. Well, also drown made you have to be selfish or whatever it was, or it was always about you.
Yeah.
So you're gonna go get a facial.
Yep.
Okay.
Speaking of negative effects, are we still dumber than we were, or how does that work?
Oh yeah, the disadvantage on
I think that had to be taken off via it was a curse, if I remember correctly.
Well, then I'm doing that too.
Yeah, so both of you can go ahead and get that taken off.
I can cast remove curse.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's a greater restoration, stuff like that. Go ahead and take that off. Feel free. You're gonna need it.
Oh, damn, I'm going to have to bookmark that. Thanks, Anilius.
Welcome.
All right.
They have tons of different types of stuff that's good for 5e and for some other gaming systems as well.
Nice. Put that, everybody was knowing what he's talking about. I'll put it in the Twitch chat. He is. Alrighty, so it is time to go chat with your employer.
Marvel uses newfound intelligence to know he's not drinking anything while we're there.
Or stepping through a portal, you know.
None of my characters have ever stepped through a portal.
No.
Are still not quite as intelligent as me, but pretty darn close.
Okay. All right. So yes, you are summoned. You get up in bright, cheery morning. It's fresh. You've got your wits about you. It is. You're even pondering the possibility maybe it's time to settle down. Open up that bar. Open up that brothel. Maybe a cheese factory. Who knows what you're thinking about. And unfortunately the Praetor's basically maitre d', his second in command, whatever you want to call him, he is one of his loyal henchmen comes and gets you and motions for you to get all your stuff, get what you need. He will take care of the expenses that you have incurred at the establishment which you're staying at, your room and board and food, and brings the five of you through back alleys and ways of Waterdeep once again. Even with your grand intelligence, befuddles your minds. You can't find out where the hell he lives, even if you want to know. But actually brings you to
I have a memory that cannot be looked at way.
You think that, but it's for some reason it doesn't work. I don't know why that is. How unfair is life when dealing with Praetor. Anyway, so you are brought to his place and ushered upstairs to the infamous library, for where he has his desk and his little conference table and books and all his knickknacks and things that he uses to enlighten himself over the years. And you all ushered in. You're given refreshments if needed, and Mar disdainfully pushes away.
Oh no! I'm going to. Hey, look at that crew cash! I'm going to pour it in his.
And he welcomes you all, and he gives you a small little golf clap, and he congratulates the group for their outstanding work that you have, done for him and for the region and for the inhabitants of the Sword Coast, the evil that you have vanquished, the causes for good that you have helped, to enlighten, and you've done a well done job. And he wishes that he would say that he had better tidings, to let it go at that and to let you have a more longer shore leave, so to speak. But unfortunately, that would not be the case. And things have gotten, even with your activity and your success, some of his other groups that he has out about scurry in the countryside have not as had much luck, or have had different run-ins with the dark sides, the dark forces that have inhabited this land, and things are continually taking a downward spiral. And he is, of the groups, he believes that you and the mission that he's going to set before you have the best chance to possibly put a true arrow into the heart of the evil that is befuddling the Sword Coast region. And he begins to lay out the wrongdoings that, there are still lots of things that are happening in the Underdark, and the demonic possessions, and the things that are overtaking some of the races down there, and trying to figure that out. But he talks about some of the things that are happening down in Chult, and he brings up the name of the Demon Lich Osirek, and he is concerned that this foul creature, who was once considered vanquished, has unfortunately not been the case, and his evil minions and doings are ever more powerful than they ever have been before. And he believes that he may have, through some of his divinations and scryings and all that, possibly discovered one of his, or possibly his, resting place that he uses here in this material plane. He knows of some of the work that is going down in Chult, but he also believes that might be a red herring to ward off people to what he believes may be the true location for where Osirok and his powers may lie. And he says, if the interest of time and all that, I have a map in which I will be able to show you and get you headed off in that direction, to where he believes the tomb is located at. All he knows is basically the general location as far as the entrance. What's up, Stooner? What's up, Windsor? Getting into it, accessing it, is going to rest upon y'all's shoulders. But he believes that he knows he can get you in the vicinity of it, and from there he will ask that the group do their best to infiltrate the tomb, discover its secrets, discover Osirok's phylactery, and or his station of power, destroy it to put him at not probably put him to rest, but to disrupt his power and his sphere influence that he has upon this area. That being said, however, there is a catch. And the catch is that there has been a plague that has been basically making its way up through the coastline from Chult on up on this side of the continent of Faerun, and it is what they are calling the Death Curse. And the Death Curse is basically that once you die, you die. You're unable to be raised, you're unable to be healed, and that once you enter or become part or get into the vicinity of his tomb and enter his tomb, that curse pretty much will be in full effect. And it rolls down to you guys is that you have to roll a 15 or higher on a death save, or you fail. And once you hit the 3, it's game over. Just so you know.
But we can still be healed without being dead, right?
If you have the magical abilities and stuff like that, yes. Now he will tell you. He says that knowing that's the case, that is the issue that you will face. The other side of that is, however, also, and he will walk up to each and every one of you, and he has a small little wand, looks like a key, magical key, and he's going to tap. And when he comes up, each one of y'all have your bracers that have been kind of dormant for a while. He's going to say, these will do you no good anymore. He is concerned and knows that they will not only be a hindrance to you, because Osirok has been able, he believes, to have tapped into our understanding how Praetor was able to get these things to work and how he's put them together, and he does not want them to be as like beacons for Osirok to be able to track or know where you are at. And he makes each and every one of them fall off of your arm when he taps them with his little key and picks them up and throws them back over toward his desk. And y'all are free from that part of his control now. He says at least he owes you the ability that on your ongoing adventures and what you're doing into the tomb, that I will not be a hindrance or, a way for him to track down or see what you were doing, and understanding what's going on. That, you are not as that you're on your own, but he believes that they would be, it's better off this way than you having them on you. He's also going to look over at you, Anilius, and he's going to say, you're also probably going to have an issue with your companion. Your shield guardian probably will not be any use to you once you get in there or close to the tomb. It will malfunction or cease to operate. Just so you know.
Okay.
The magical wards and all that of the tomb are pretty much going to shut that thing down. So he gives you a fair warning. He says you won't know till you get there, but don't be surprised if it doesn't operate and or completely just goes offline on you when you get into or close to the tomb. The magical wards for that will be an issue, he believes. And then he'll look at, he will, Crew Cash, your companion Droop, he doesn't believe Droop won't leave you, but, he, the linkage, your abilities, and just be prepared. Same thing with your familiar too, that you're going to have issues down there. And he has done his best to try to scry and to try to, penetrate some of the tomb's outer areas, and he has had no success with this at all. And he is just warning you up front that using these extra items and the linkage and all that you would normally be able to enjoy outside of the area probably will be a hindrance to you, or a beacon that Osirok can use to hone in on you. So,
can I change my mending cantrip to spare the dying?
Yes, you may. Yes. Yep. Knowing that, so giving you some of this knowledge that, if there's a small change or understanding that, that you're going into basically a black hole of which not many people or, things have returned or even, known about, that he understands if you don't wish to choose the mission, but you do. And, you know, but he believes that this group is...
Hey, you took the braces off. Fuck this. I'm retiring. Go back, become chieftain of my village, have a harem.
I did take them off. That is true. But if anybody can face the onslaught of one of the greatest evils that the area has seen, it has to be the Trolls R Us gang.
Would it be possible for you to stab him in the eye?
I considered sucker punching him as soon as he took off the bracers for drugging me and putting me in a cart, but you know, I didn't want to get.
I'm having flashbacks of a past life where he burned some shit in my arm.
No, Mar and Krukash
woke up in a cart heading to Phandelver.
Oh, that's right. I kept thinking we did the cart in Portal's Reach. Sorry,
we were drugged in Portal's Reach too.
Yeah, you know, but it's Praetor. Okay, you know he feels a little bad, and you know, and in rejects, you know, he puts you to the test, and he sees you have grown so much. Yeah, that's right, Amai.
What are we, the XXX sequel movies?
Something like that, and you have performed beyond his wildest expectations. And with that being said, comes with, you know, what's the word, with great responsibility comes what was this?
With great power comes great responsibility.
There you go. Thank you. Yes, the Spider-Man.
You mean with great power comes great Ruthie's? Because I'm still not drinking anything in here.
No, he knows he can actually read your thoughts somewhat, Mar, like a book, and he understands that. That Cyber. This group has, some of them have been roofied twice. So, hey, at least I'm consistent with my gameplay in some aspects.
Unfortunately, I'm not the original Toonlock, so I don't know if Toonlock was roofied or not. So.
We found him in a dungeon somewhere in the water temple.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Toonlock came along later.
But yes, the fear of eternal death is not fear, Krukash. That'd be a glorious death for barbarians. However, he will not subject Droop to such a thing, as he has had troubles. So he is going to attempt to set Droop free, like a bird.
Droop can find welcome and shelter here. At no cost to you, so that he will be readily available to you when you return, because Praetor has all confidence in the world that you will return victorious, because if you don't, great ballads will be sung in your name, but you know, the curse is causing great mayhem and chaos throughout the lands, and it is time for it to be put to rest. And
and I'll remind Praetor that Krukash would not like it if Droop was eaten.
No, I would like to find shelter for him here. I have a feeling if I die, it's going to be like the whole episode of Futurama where the dog just waits for Fry to come back in the cold through all the storms till it dies of old age.
That's the saddest episode.
Yes, he would tell you probably you should leave a shirt or undergarment of yours around for him to have, so that he has your smell close by.
I will look through my bag for this thing you call a shirt or spare undergarments.
Yeah, it wasn't the barbarian, it was the ranger fighter over there that one-shot the damn son of a bitch 2 weeks ago. So, yeah, you can think of Rob Toohey and his lovely critical tables there, the 7-shot. He kept rolling it until he failed.
Speaking of which, do I get an arrow of lich slaying out of that?
I get an arrow of lich slaying. Oh, it's funny. It is being made in your name right now as you speak. So, yeah, and so, you know, he says, think about it, you know, while we sit here, you know, he gives you, you know, he can only give you more kind of legends of the tomb. Is that, you know, he knows that and believes the legends tell that it is filled with terrible traps, and not but a few strange and ferocious monsters that will slay the unwary. but he feels that its rich treasures, precious and magical of both kinds, will offset the dangers that you might face. However, the Demi-Lich Osrock does stand ward over it, and though he might seem nearly undefeatable, he has been vanquished before and sent off traveling one of the other planes of existence until he was able to recuperate and find his way back here again. But he feels that you are the bravest and strongest that would even want to attempt to locate and to infiltrate the tomb. And with that, he says, with any other questions or desires, then he will...
I'll whisper to Krukesh, man, he's really stroking something there, isn't he?
Mar would actually like to add a stipulation. Should he succeed, he wants the chance to return home and kill a big bad dragon that he has a grudge against.
Where would this big bad dragon be at?
His homeland, the Mere of Deadmen.
The black dragon that's there? Was there?
Yes, that's the one who ate his sister.
Well, Praetor would gladly help supply and outfit you for that mission.
And of course, Tumak would like to return to his family with lots and lots of riches.
The outside of proof of and knowing that really the proof that you have taken care of Osrock will be the dropping of the death curse, because it shouldn't be long for that to be able to dropping him, and the cause of it would then the Sword Coast should see immediate relief from that, but he will because of him sending you on this mission, he will take no claims on any of the items that you pull from the tomb itself. He says be careful with them and make sure you understand them before you use them or do anything with them, but they were yours to keep. Any other questions? What say you? Do you accept the challenge before you?
You got Mars' answer.
Sure.
Kaz?
Yeah, let's do it.
Intelligence roll. Toomlock. What say you?
Toomlock grabs both of his rapiers and says, yeah, sure, why not? And sticks them back in it and resheaths them.
Anilius? What say you?
Sure, why not?
Why not? That's what we like. And Krukesh just basically has already turned around and started walking out the door, trying to go. Haven't even gotten directions yet.
Exactly.
All right. So we're off we go. Yay! And you head out, and he, as you make down to the foyer and all that, he conjures up a shimmering portal in his lobby area there, and briefly, let me see, pull this out. Come here, storyline.
So Crew's walking up to I'll go grab Crew and turn him around. It's like he's giving us a free ride.
Yeah, we all are walking that way, and he's stopping. Yeah. So don't worry about that. He is, but I had Film Horrors, the Adventure. Where are my images? Oh, there they are. Derp. Briefly. Yes. Y'all step through you begin to step into a portal to teleport. Whoa! Yeah. Okay, you're gonna get that in before something happens. Thanks for the
Sorry, I just remembered it expired.
Appreciate it. Yes, for a brief moment, as you step through the portal to the destination that he has sent you, an image flashes before you, and in the background, and it just ever tingling in the back of your brain, you hear a small cackle. And then,
wow, that guy needs to really bulk up. He looks a little malnutritioned.
All right, you will find yourself. Let me know. In Dorcas, did you really just? All right, come here, and truth behind it. Boom, boom. All right, you will find yourself on a nondescript countryside, hillside area. You're not quite certain. It maybe seems the timing where y'all left Waterdeep, we'll say, was maybe, into summer, fall. And this one, you notice that the air is a little bit more chillier, a little colder, maybe just a little bit more water, moisture in the air. And you will see some tree lines. You will have a few hills, and there seems to be a couple big ones that you're basically kind of landed on, and you're in the direction you're thinking. The sun is to your back, and you land, and you've got trees kind of to your left and to your right. And if you're with the sun behind you and it looks like it's kind of setting, then it looks like to your east is a couple of hills that may give you a better advantage to kind of see the area and get a kind of better lay of the land. And so you will, unless you want to run off of the trees, but you feel like it's best maybe to make your way up to the top of this hill here to look out and get to determine exactly what might be the best bet for where the tomb might be, because he has told you that he can get you close to it, but as far as finding its entrance and determining its layout and all that, he is unsure. It is definitely, his vision is clouded in that area. And you'll make your way up to a little rise, and you will basically look out over into a low valley area, and you will see a flat-topped hill that's kind of down in the center area. It's about 200 yards wide, definitely 300 yards long, and it's not that high though. There are, it's really basically almost the only hill in this little bit of an area. There are weeds and thorns and briars kind of grown up on the steep sides of this hill, and it's a little kind of bald top on the, on the top of it all. But would y'all all make me perception checks, please? Well, outside of who was Kaz, oh boy. Oh, Nate. Oh, I thought I saw. Okay, roll one. Okay, yep. All right. So you're looking down. You say you're about 200-300 feet up, down in the valley where this thing's at, and you can see there are black rocks kind of sit on top of this hill, and there are divots and indentures in the front to maybe off to the front side of the hill. And the way this thing looks, you all notice that it resembles a human skull, and the piles of rocks are appearing as eye holes and a nose hole, and the jagged teeth of this rock that kind of runs along one of its edges, big teeth of this, basically what looks to be a grinning death head. You're pretty certain you think you found the area.
Guys, we're not in Kansas anymore.
Through my astute.
What is this Kansas you speak of?
However, that's about all you can tell from your vantage point. Now, from now on out, we're going to try to do my best to not give anything away, not say stuff, and I'll ask some questions, but the one thing I will kind of give is that when you make actions, when you do things, they need to be fairly specific, guys, with what you're doing. A misinterpretation or miscalculation on your part, I'm not trying to foreshadow, but you can take it as the grain of salt that it is. If I interpret it differently, then so be it. So I want to make sure that is put there up front and ahead of when we start. And now we are starting as you find yourself looking down on this hill that looks like a human grinning skull head.
Hey, Duff, can you run a couple of long rests since we were supposed to have rested for a while? Our hit dice are mostly depleted still.
Oh, I thought, y'all are all, really? I'm sorry. Yeah, y'all, here. What the hell? What am I doing?
So basically what you're saying is phrase our words like we would for a wish spell.
Your phrasing's going to matter.
It looks like you need to do one more time in order to get all the hit dice set up.
I didn't do it still?
You only get we only get half per.
Never mind.
That's half.
How's that?
Looks like we're good now.
Mine is full, yep.
Okay. You should all be full, healthy individuals. And you have 2 18s for your lucks?
That's what I rolled.
There you go. Okay.
That's very unusual, but I'll take it.
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't want to re-roll that one, huh?
Well, sometimes it's good to get low ones, because then I can use it for saves on enemies, but
yeah.
I'll take 2 18s.
Okay. All right, gentlemen. Before you, down in this vale somewhat, from where you're at, stands this 60-foot high, low, flat-topped hill. Ugly weeds, thorns, briars grow upon the steep sides, and it has a bald top on the mound.
Sorry, enemy's bald. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. There are black piles of rocks that would resemble the eye holes, the nose hole, and then the ones along, a bunch of jagged ones along one side of it, making it look like the jagged teeth. And you are, like I said, probably about 200 feet, not 200 yards, 200 feet or so above the mound, looking down on it. Okay, so is Droop gonna? Is Droop's not with you, right? Or
no, I found the place for him to be.
Yep, I'm gonna take him off right now. All right.
I'm assuming the shield guardian is going to end up guarding the front of the entrance.
Right now, you have no issues with him.
Yeah, he'll keep going until he stops working, I guess. And I can pull Triani in and out as needed, I guess. We'll see how that works.
Yes, yep. Like I said, you're under the pressure. You do that at your own risk.
It's a familiar. I can always recast whenever.
Well, it was more. It says the casting is it's a beacon. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we begin, gentlemen. What shall you do?
I guess we'll walk towards the skull head.
Okay. You may make your way down.
Sure.
Yep. A simple side of the hill that you're on, and you stand off to one side of it. Y'all are coming eastward, so you come down and you're on the west side of it.
So, is this like a cave entrance?
No, there's no cave. You see no entrance whatsoever.
Oh, okay, so it's just a, okay, I'm sorry.
You're on the west side of a hill.
I will search around the skull-looking thing.
Say that again. You just gonna search?
I will search around.
You're looking. You just basically you've got, like I said, you've got lots of grass. It looks kind of more, not what's word, kind of briars, thorn bushes. It's definitely stands out from the lush rest of the forest that surrounds you. But on this side, and what you're looking at, you basically see the side of the hill. Nothing stands out.
So we haven't made it down to the skull yet. I thought we.
No, the hill is part of the hill is the skull, and you've come down, and now you're kind of standing. And you're looking up. It's about 20-30 feet high. From where the skull, the whole top of it is about 60 feet. It looks like. Okay, but you've come down into into Vale area and are walking up to this now flat top hill, and you're coming in on the west side of it. So you can choose to climb up on it if you want. I'm just saying you're walking toward it now, but you're getting closer to it. But Benelius is kind of looking around from that side and seeing things, and nothing is standing out.
Mar would like to go to the front of the skull?
That would be the north side. It's kind of where you kind of thought, maybe the teeth, maybe, if you want to consider that like the front,
Yes, the mount side.
Yeah. All right. And you're kind of moved toward the north side of it. And you've got it looks like there's a low stone ledge that kind of overhangs part of this area. And looking at it, you're noticing that it's really a crumbling cliff of sand and gravel. And it's about 20 feet high in the middle of all this, where this ledge is at. But it runs along a good, 100 yards, maybe 200 yards along this side, as you've just kind of, looking at the north side of it. It's definitely a crumbling, the north side of the hill is a crumbling cliff, and you can tell it's, ever moving, shifting sand and gravel. And you can barely make out through the shrubs and the bushes area. And there is a kind of a low stone ledge that overhangs a good part of this area. You walk around the rest of it looking at it, and you see nothing out of the ordinary from what you saw on the west side. It is just a big mound. It is the north side that has the crumbling cliff of the sand and the gravel. Definitely very different from the other three sides of the hill.
I guess I will try to climb up to the ledge.
You can. Basically, you find that, the grounds gives way, to some bit. Not a lot, but you definitely have got, it's definitely not what I say, it's like you're calling up a big pile of sand and gravel and all that. It definitely moves, shifts a little bit. But you can move up to kind of get up to the top of the cliff line, and you're staring and looking down at it, and you're now standing up above, looking about 20 feet up in the air, looking down at your companions.
I'll poke around up there.
Poke around with what?
I don't know, just poke around, look along the ledge, see if there's anything out of the place. So this is the only place that looks different, so something must be going on here.
You poke around. You stick your dagger or sword in, or your foot in, your thumb. You basically it's definitely material gives and moves and all that. Whoa. Okay, excuse me, cat. Why don't I get over here? Who's giving me the raid? Oh, Baboon. Thanks, Baboon. It took a while to show up. The raid is on with 12 Marauders. We have just started. The group is at a hill at the Tomb of Horrors, but they don't know it's a Tomb of Horrors yet. It's a Tomb of Complexity. I don't know what the hell we're looking at right now. Your intelligence tells you that something's different definitely about this side, but you're not sure what. But thanks for coming over and saying hi, guys. Stick around, see what happens here. All right, guys.
What to do?
What's up, Jingo? Good to see you too. Hope y'all session was good.
Maybe we just place the Devastation Orb here and call it a day.
You mean we might actually find a use for it?
Okay, I go up next to Mar and I'll start poking at things with my staff.
Okay. Your staff will go in farther than you're expecting. It's going in quite a ways, but from where you're at and all that, you can't, it goes in and it, you're not hitting something solid. I'll tell you that. But
does anyone have anything longer than my staff?
Make me an intelligence check.
No.
Will do.
Jingo, thank you for the bits, my friend. This was a little bit of surprise that your staff has found, definitely didn't hit what you've solid, ground, based on what you're seeing from where the cliff edge is at and how far it runs along. Like I said, this is about 100 yards or so, and you've, picked a couple of spots and pushed in. But you're thinking it'd be long. Your position is off. You think of how you're using it to prod into the cliff face. You don't think just standing up where you're at is going to give you the proper, it's not the word leverage, but you're going to have to be up higher to be able to get the prodding. This is something and I apologize how they explain this, but you have to be at a different angle for this. You're on the right. Let me just put you're on the right trail. You're just not in the right position.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Your staff is not in the right position to penetrate the hole.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Still early for that.
It's a guy problem, Sorry, Mai, not trying to say anything, but Mai's used to it. She's a big girl. So,
yeah, proper 45-degree angle, and
you believe the angle. You've got an angle issue here that that you're thinking to hit it right might be able to collapse some of the material where you think you are at.
So we need somebody to break something.
He's got to be.
We don't have anybody that does that.
He's got to be up in the air. I mean, I want to get past this one because you guys, it'll take. This one didn't. I wasn't quite sure how they were trying to make this done, but you know that you need to be sufficiently high off the ground, and in front, not standing up above, looking down, to be able to get the prodding along to find certain areas. You know, to find maybe an entrance or dislodge enough of the material that it might expose something. Let me put it that way. That's right, Amaya.
Are there any trees around?
No, there are not.
All right, sorry, I'm back again.
So who's on the hill again?
Anilius and Mar.
Okay, I will levitate Mar with my.
Anilius has got the staff.
Anilius has got the staff. Okay, so
I've asked for something longer, though.
Why not just levitate and, drop yourself from a good height?
Crew will step forward.
We have a volunteer.
You can levitate him.
I'm too heavy with all my gear for the levitate spell.
Oh, yeah, with this leg, too, don't forget. How much does the leg weigh?
Actually, I need to augment my weight for that. A full adamantine leg? Adamantine's pretty lightish, or is it?
Yeah,
Is it
I think it's the way steel.
It's not aluminum.
So, I will go over to Mar and say, hey, you want to help me toss him up in the air? See how high we can throw him?
Let me look, see if I got anything for this real quick.
Who are we throwing up in the air?
Crew.
You're going to throw him up in the air and hang him up in the air?
Like, give him a double-handed toss.
And here I thought these guys would be able to get into the Tomb of Horrors with no problem.
Do we have a dimension door? We could just open it 500 feet up and let crew face plant.
Praetor chooses his rejects well. Yeah, you figure. Yeah, so you know that he's got to be at the right angle, up in the air somehow, to prod along the hillside to see what's going on. You're discovering from the angle of the cliff line and the way the material moves and shifts. That's probably going to be the only way that you're going to be able to sufficiently discover what you believe is probably an entrance somewhere. Let's just get that out in the open. There's their hint for the day.
Well, I mean, do we have a map?
No, not yet.
Okay, so that's not going to help me visualize any.
No, you're standing on a 100-foot side cliff line. There is a ledge that runs along a good portion of it, not the full 100 yards, probably more, a couple hundred, not 200 feet, maybe 100 feet of it, and you've got this crumbling. The face of it, the whole side of this is a crumbling cliff of sand and gravel. And it's different from the rest of the whole hill. Never once been able to silence them like this, guys.
Can I just start shifting through the sand and trying to dig down?
It would take quite a long time, but you certainly could. Yes, if you wanted to so choose, instead of using a pole to move through and try to find maybe something that gives. Certainly.
I will start digging, looking for an entrance somehow, while the others go around with their pole.
All right, crew, we're going to get this started. So you will move along, and crew is doing his best Trimmer's worm maneuver as he moves through the ground and he whistles, and you actually are able to burr a hole, and you find certain areas, and not too long you will find it gives way in one section of the hillside. And let's do this. And you will find a small you can detect that there seems to be a pathway.
Hey guys, I think I found something.
You begin to see what looks, it's on the north. This is a little bit. It's the north side, but it's northwest side, and you see what looks to be
old parchment.
Well, it is a corridor, and it is made of plain stone. And he basically can tell that it's at least the beginning of it. And he burrows a little bit farther in, and the collapse, the sand will give way, and you all can rush over, and you're kind of staring at where Crew, and he will, basically he can pull apart some more of the rocks and bigger pieces and push away, and it will open up to this. And you will see, like I said, plain stone, roughly worked stone. It is dark. It is full of cobwebs. The ceiling overhead is definitely obscured by hanging strands of webbing. And in the back side of the hallway, the daylight will reveal to you a pair of oaken doors. And you see two great iron pull rings, one on each door, that you believe are used to pull the door open.
So we just needed something longer to poke it with. Aha!
Something like that.
I would like to kick the doors in.
No, they look like they open towards you. They don't go in. The pull handles, basically.
With a one intelligence check, he wants to.
I was going to say, you heard what he said.
Yeah, he kicks the doors and you fall back. Yes, they didn't budge. You fell down.
I will walk towards the doors and look at Crew and be like, these rings here, you pull, not push.
Oh, okay.
I would like to pull the door.
Pull the ring to get leverage to kick the door hard. Okay, I will pull the doors open.
I'll pull one side. He can pull the other.
Okay. Anybody else do anything?
Marvel scramble into the hole.
I know. I saw you. I was saying, unless you moving in. But watch this, Shield Guardian. Shield Guardian's great. He's just, and Kaz sitting there checking, watching the countryside. All right. He will pull, and you basically, you pull the handle, and it's sticking as though the other one needs to be pulled too.
Well, yeah, I was pulling on.
You're pulling one. Both sides at the same time. Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
And I count down. Okay, Crew, ready? 1. Oh wait, let's just go on 1. 1 and pull.
Everybody inside the tunnel, make me dexterity saving throws, please. Yes, I know, Crew. Toomlock. You're in a tunnel.
No. No, I don't.
No, I meant Toomlock. It's actually Toomlock in his evasion. So he's
what am I doing?
If you're inside, the ceiling just collapsed on all of y'all.
And wouldn't you get advantage, crew?
Are we dead already?
No,
not sure what's happening. I don't know if it's something I would see happening, or if the ceiling's caving in, I wouldn't necessarily see the origin, so I wouldn't.
You saw no mechanism at all until after you opened the doors, and halfway on the pulling, you saw on the back side the mechanism pulled and released the ceiling above your head. It cannot be disabled from the outside.
And I say, yeah, ceiling I wouldn't see coming.
Yep.
So
no, you wouldn't. And everybody that, all right, all right, 32 bludgeoning damage on a failed save of a 15 or less. If you made the 15, take half.
What save do I have to do?
15 dexterity save, please. All right, you all take half.
Even with evasion,
you are inside the whole ceiling just collapsed down on top of all of y'all. You could evade it, but you just stepped into another rock that hit you on the head. Y'all are buried inside this hallway and need to dig your way out. The doors, behind the doors, there is nothing there but stone. So y'all will take some time and
I'll start digging.
Yep.
Dig you guys out.
actually, I would have 6 wounds and no temp hit points.
Y'all could take the tip hit points right now. Yes. There are going to be times where that work, and there are instances where the evasion, it falls all down. The whole thing collapsed. So, yes, I'm at least the half save. Y'all pass that. You take half the damage. It wasn't that big of a deal, but you will take some, and y'all will make your way out. And y'all can then crawl your way out, and now know that this is not the entrance. Sure looked like it. But you now understand that you're angling and that you're going to, the pole, or how you're going to test. Keep searching. If you so choose. But y'all can make your way out after you took the damage. Not a problem.
Wait, so we couldn't get in?
This is not the entrance. This is a trap entrance.
Yeah, it was just.
This is not the entrance we're looking for.
This is not the entrance you're looking for. No. All right.
I will continue shifting through the sand in a different area.
All right. All right. Hold on a second. Here's what we're gonna do. Let me put you to another map here. Now, why the hell? Hold on. I thought I had a grid on this damn thing. Pull y'all off here. So y'all can try to find, is this not gridded? Layers, grid off. Okay, so let's bring this, there we go. Okay. So now you, like I said, you found yourself swimming around. This was on the northwestern side, and let me show you what we're seeing here. I'm going to send you a map, bigger map, and here's what you have. Oh, you found this. You may choose another spot in which to probe.
I'll probe here.
Okay. What about you, Mar? As Sorry, folks. I'll zoom in a little bit here.
Hey,
Moondog. Sorry, we're in the middle of Tomb of Horrors. Got to pay attention.
Can I do a perception check to see if I notice anything at all that might look different?
No, what you're seeing here. I'm going to give you a little bit more. I'll give you a little bit more of the. You begin to, and you find nothing but rock face as you probe.
I'll continue working my way down the side of the mountain cliff wall.
Boom. More rock face. Something tells you to go all the way the other side, maybe. Crew Cash moves in and...
I'll search here.
Crew Cash yells, he's found something.
By sticking things into the wall?
Yes, he is. Another area caves in. Another entrance. Let me bring y'all to this map. And you see, and you find basically it begins to form into another corridor. And I'll make sure y'all have all got it. Okay. And another one made of plain stone, roughly worked and mortared this high, and the ceiling's only about 10 feet high. And you push away and you will see, once again, daylight shows you that once again are two separate doors, not two doors side by side, but two separate ones. There are paving stones on the floor that you can tell, and some are mortared, some aren't mortared, and other than that, that's all you notice from your vantage point there. There's not much for the store right now, guys, because I am trying to get this story going. So I've shut down. You can some advantage, disadvantage, some heals, but for the moment, we're going to be playing with, for at least for this module, most of the store is going to be off. Just so you know.
All right, I will make my way in to about here and checking for traps along the way.
You can make me a perception check. Yep. You can tell that paving stones are different as you move in. That, you know, what was mortared in full, with the entrance of the cave, now they're not mortared anymore. Each stone has its own, it's not grout in between each one of the stones. They're all on their own. So each one is separate.
And they're just on the floor, not on the walls?
Just on the floor. And you happen to notice with your foot, a couple of the paving stones actually shift under your weight.
I'm going to get down on my hands and knees and very lightly lift the corner of the stones to see if there's any kind of tripwires or triggers. And I'll do that through the whole hallway. I'll crawl on my hands and knees like a dog.
So basically, the paving, it starts here all the way to the doors. Okay. And you, well, you're looking at it, that each one of them shifts. They can move around by just with your weight on them. That you can take some time to try to lock them in place. But it's going to take, you're going to have to use your thieves tools, and, you can start, shimmying them, with the tools, and I will be having you make some dexterity checks in the tower. There is something up with the floor. There's no doubt about that. All the way to the door.
I will definitely start probing around with my thieves tools, see if I can, lock them down in place and all that stuff.
Okay, but you notice that Mar and crew moved up behind you fairly quickly.
I will tell them to stop. This floor is wrong. To back up and allow me to work, so that if there's a trap, i.e. this whole floor could be a trap, so please step back, guys.
You guys, both of you can make the step back. I need acrobatics. What's dex check? Acrobatics, right?
Yeah.
I need 2 acrobatics checks from y'all as you move your way back. Okay.
2 each or 2?
Just the one right now. That was just enough that, you daintily used your tippy toes and backed up to the floor that is definitely a single piece of stone and all that. There's tiles there, but they're not there. It's all engraved into the stone. As soon as you cross that line, you can tell that these tiles are definitely separated. Now, Toomlock begins to work on the stone that he is on, and I need a dex check in the tower, please.
Actual dex check and not thieves tools?
It is you're using your thieves tools, but I need a dexterity check while you're doing this, because you're also having to balance yourself. Okay. You've put a shim on the tile. So you think that you've got it locked so it won't move. That one.
This is going to... Okay, so I will turn and I will lock in the one behind me.
Okay. Another dex check. And you're taking... And this, guys, y'all are sitting there kind of chilling. It looks like it's taking about a minute for him to do all this. All right. You've got a shim in that one.
And then I will move here and put a shim in the next one.
Mm-hmm.
That goes to that last line.
Okay. Another dex check in the tower, please. All right.
And this is the first one I started on, right? Okay, so I'll put a shim in the one in front of me.
Yep. Go ahead. You know what to do. So let's say you're moving to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You need to do 5 more checks in the tower for me as you're... Keep going.
I'm just waiting for you to see him and let me know if I got
him. I'm watching. Chat's holding on to him.
And that's 5.
Okay. Now I need 2 acrobatics checks from you while you're doing that. Please. And you can just roll those straight out.
Okay.
Okay. And then this one puts you closer to the doors. All right. You're here. And you've shimmed a line this way.
Yep. And now I want to shim the square in front of me, and the square.
Yeah, you are. The square in front. The square in front of you, yeah, is done. And you know, I just.
And
it
that
looks
one.
like the ones under the doors are fine. There's like that's a solid piece of stone.
Oh, the one that I just turned my facing to?
No, the ones under the door. That last set of squares under the door. Looks like
so I want to try and shim all 4 of these ones right in front of the doors, not the ones under the doors.
The whole line across the doors, you would have to move over on top of them. Okay.
Yep. Okay.
All right. So you're going to shim the one to your right. Shim that other one.
That one there. Yep.
Did you throw that? Throw that and then the tower for me, please.
I'll throw it here.
Okay. Okay. Now what?
Now we'll shim the one to my right, i.e., the one that I'm facing.
Yep. Okay.
And then I will shim the last one against the wall there.
Yep.
And dex check.
Yep. Okay, now what?
Now I will yell back to the guys to follow the line that I just crawled down. And single file, do not step on anything else but the ones that I have shimmed. Please. And I will then check both of these doors for traps.
Okay, what's everybody else doing while he's doing that?
I guess we'll walk down the single file thing.
Open the door.
Mar likes that idea. That sounds like a smart idea. Mar will stand here and watch.
You were told. Did you say Kaz open the door?
Yeah.
Okay. To Mike. They haven't moved in yet.
Okay, then. Yeah, I'll check this door, see if it's trapped, and if it's not trapped, I'll see if it's locked. If it's not locked, I will open it.
I need to put in some stronger.
Question: has the Shield Guardian been regenerating this time?
Outside, yes. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Yes, he's fine. He can regenerate.
Has it been at least 18 seconds?
Oh, each one of those shims was a minute.
So he would have been healed up.
He's fine. He's fine. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So I need perception, right? And then
for what? Tell me what you're doing again.
Checking these doors for traps.
Yeah, you can make me a perception check in the tower, please. Make sure, folks, that's not too loud. I'm running tabletop audio. I want some creepier music. All right, you don't detect a trap. The door doesn't appear to be locked either.
Okay. Are there rings on this door too to pull?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I will open the door.
It looks like
this one here.
Which one? Okay.
The one right in front of me. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You pull the door open, and I need a acrobatics check.
Tower or straight up?
Straight up. You're holding your balance. Wow. The shim you're standing on, you see that it pops out, and you open up the door, and it's a blank wall.
All right, I will quickly reshim this tile. Well, carefully reshim this tile. Hopefully.
Is there a token for? Oh, that's cool. Okay, hold on one second. I didn't know I had a... Is that true? More spells, letter, Devin. Tomb of Horus. Super cool. Alright. Okay. You can shim it.
I did this dex roll.
That's
check.
fine. Yeah, you're fine. Uh-huh.
And then I will go over to this door and open it.
Okay. Give me another dex check. Another acrobatics, please. You
Damn it.
open the door. It is a blank wall. I need initiative rolls from everybody, please. The tile, the shim breaks and the tile cracks under your feet. And behind you, you hear the shifting of a stone object. And it slides out of the wall right here and moves roughly 6 inches. Boom, ba boom, and okay. 10-foot thick block stone emerges from the midpoint of the wall and slides into the corridor. And it shifts that way. And this is super cool. It's actually a token. Is that not? I think that is like super duper cool. Now, if I turn snap back on, that should put you... Okay. Krukash, seeing this, what do you do?
Oh, I will move over here and I guess see if something emerges, ready and attack in case anything pops out.
Okay. Toomlock, what you doing?
Well, I think what I'm going to do is this. Oh, you want to lock the token?
Thank you. I thought I did. Go right ahead.
And we're talking full speed dash.
It chose the right one to get the hell out of here. As you hit the tiles, they all shatter and break, as though the shims didn't do a damn thing for you. And actually, after Krukash's turn, okay, hold on. You would have actually had to have run around, but you still can. Okay.
Yeah. That's fine.
Because all the tiles gave way and shattered, shifted, broke. And at the end of your turn, the stone block moves that far. Anything else you want to do, or you want to pass your turn?
I will wipe my brow and go, whew, and then that was close.
Okay. All right, that was 1, 2. Okay, so that was 2 turns as he moved out. Krukash, then that's moved twice. Moved on the start and then twice. Okay, Kaz, what are you doing?
Run!
Oh, don't move. Actually, here's what's gonna happen. So on y'all's into the order. That's all it was needed. It was, y'all picked the right person to get the hell out of there. The stone slab moves all the way across and slams into the wall, and that's off the corridor.
That orb of destruction sounding a lot better now.
Doesn't it?
I got a question.
Yes.
Have someone trapped for eternity before we ever get to the tomb.
I'm here. You got to me already. We're good. So what I want to do is I want to go and kind of see if I can push that stone.
Yep. It is a extremely heavy stone. It's real. Just so you know.
Okay.
You go hit it. You can move in there, and the stone is slammed, and you could tell that it was in the wall, but you don't see anything. You can't. It's flush with a hole. Let me just. So I've turned off. I need to turn off snap again so it'll sit right in the hole here, but it comes directly out and is flush with the wall now. There.
Right, but I'm assuming that we might be able to probably push this towards the doors.
No. You cannot. No. Well, I mean, you could try, I guess, certainly. There's no doubt. But it would take all of y'all or the Guardian to, you can tell that it is a truly heavy piece of
push,
stone.
pull, lift again, bro?
Yeah.
So yeah, I will, I'll call the guys back and say, hey, let's try and give this a push and see if we can push this out of the way to see where it came from. See if we can find the hole where it came from. Because I want to see in the hole, because maybe it's got a passage behind it or something.
I'll do this just to save you the time. And ignore, this is so cool. I haven't seen him do this before. Basically, you see a opening where the stone block rested at with the rolling mechanisms that moved it and pushed it out.
Oh, okay.
There's nothing there, just so you know.
Okay, that works for me then.
Okay. All right. Dun, dun,
I just wanted to be
dun. So now we're back to our friendly map again. Alright. We're gonna move the game forward. Dun 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 in the center. But I wanted to have a little fun with you. Okay. I'm allowed. You will find another crawl space and open it up, and you see an unusual tunnel that lies ahead of you. Brilliant, bright colors are to be seen everywhere, the stones and pigments undimmed by the passage of decades. The floor of the corridor is a colorful mosaic of stone with a distinct winding path of red tiles about 2 feet wide, snaking its way south down the corridor. Let me present this to you. As you can see, and it is fairly brilliant, but then you see it continues on, and then the light dims from where you are at. No stonework can be seen on the walls or the ceiling 20 feet above, for some sort of cement or plaster has been smoothed over all of these surfaces and then illustrated. On these illustrations that you see show let me bring that down. That's a little loud in my ear. The scenes show fields of kine grazing, a copse of several wolves in the background, workers of various races and strange human-animal mixtures, pig, human, ape, human, dog, human, going about various tasks. Certain of the frescoes show rooms of some building, a library filled with many books or scrolls, a door of a torture chamber, and a wizard's workroom. There are chairs, windows, boxes, bales, all sorts of stuff, manner of things shown on the walls.
I will turn and look at Anelius. Now, I'm assuming this red tile on the floor.
It's a winding path of red tile about 2 feet wide.
Okay. So I will turn to Anelius and say, do you think maybe the red tile might be what we have to walk on?
It could either be what we have to walk on, or it could be a trap.
So I will check the red tile for traps.
You go up to the first one here?
Yep, the first red tile, and I check it for traps.
You don't find anything. It is basically a tiled, red colored tile, some type of crystal, some type of, maybe seashell, something, but it's definitely been tinted red.
So, I'm going to make a quick draw here. I want to see something. Damn, it's only 75 feet. I've only got 50 feet of rope.
Yeah, there's more, and you can tell that there's more corridor on down. You just dim light.
So I will walk on the red tile, looking for traps as I go, and I guess I will tell the group to hold off until I call them.
Good luck, buddy.
So this is where it comes into play. The checks will have to be made for every square. This, just so you understand.
I feel like Two Mock's gonna have a lot of fun in this place.
Like I said, I'm gonna walk the red line and check for traps on the red line, and nowhere else.
All right, let me see.
I mean, it'd be really nice if he could use his thieves' tools at a 30-foot range, like some people.
No shit.
Mark can use thieves' tools at a 30-foot range.
What do you do? What?
It's the benefit of being an arcane trickster. I can use my mage hand to use my thieves' tools up to 30 feet away from me. I'd have to know there's something there to use them on though beforehand. So that's the catch-22.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, so you're going to step on that first tile.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, you step and tile. Nothing happens.
Next tile.
Yeah, hold on. You begin to see slowly. Now, do you have dark vision, right? Making sure.
No, sir. I have
see jackety
I have my flame tongue out.
Okay. All right. So you're casting some light. All right.
40 foot bright, 40 foot dim.
Mm-hmm. And you are seeing, the frescoes along these walls. All these scenes too are on both sides of the east and west walls. And you can, let's break this. I'm going to do half. So you're having to, make this a little bit easier because this would be ad nauseum and rolls and all that and not a lot of fun. Your normal movement's 30, not being rushed. Okay. So for every 15 feet, you can do you can do it in the tower for me. Perception check to test that area.
Okay.
Okay. Because I don't want to just sit here being a total slog crawl the whole time.
While he's doing that, can I study the pictures on the wall to see if there's anything about them that would be interesting?
I'll go over again kind of what you're seeing from the area.
Well, I meant more like, is there any details or hints or anything like that?
You want to lock the token for me there, Duff?
Yeah,
so I can
hold on a second. Lock the
map
token.
it out real quick.
Yeah, hold on. I can tell you just how I'll read it again for you while he's doing that. So make me, okay, so you made that check, and let's see, making sure, did you find anything? Okay, so you were good for every 15 feet. Yes, you moved, and you do not, you moved that far and didn't detect anything. Now, back to Mar, what you're seeing, like I said here, is basically, now there's some of them you're not seeing because you're not farther down there, but it's, what you're going to see along the walls. All these different. Now I need another perception check before you move.
I'm just drawing out my movement first.
Don't do that. Do your
do that?
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. because I could interpret that as a thing. All right. Moving along, you will get, all right, 5, 10, 15. You are here. Okay.
Well, I'm kind of on the red line though, so I don't.
I get it. Yeah, I get it. But I'm just putting you in a square. So you moved along, and you did not detect anything.
All right, I will motion back to the group. Okay, so far I haven't found any traps, but please stay on the red line.
Okay, you do your next check. All right. You step right here, Toonlock, and you go straight down. You step on the floor, it gives way, and you fall into a 10-foot hole that is looking like this. Let's see. Oh, come back. This has got, let's see. It gives way.
Oh,
Yikes.
Sorry, not supposed to laugh. And let's see. You didn't make the check. You will take 10 points of piercing damage from the spikes. I need a con saving throw, please.
What did Praetor get us into now?
Trying to kill us before we ever get in the tomb.
Yeah, you will take 9. Oh, wow. Wow. 9 points of poisoned damage from the punji sticks that just embedded into yourself. And you have...
And I'll say, ow, shit.
Something like that.
I thought you said the red path is safe, man.
It was until here.
So here, let me move you off to the side, but you now know that there is a trap right there on the floor, and you are 10 feet down in the hole.
All right, I will try and climb out.
You can. Yep. It takes 10. Crew Cash can, step up to the edge and go, look down at you. Better you than me. Probably what he's saying.
I stayed back like you said. So should we not follow the red anymore? That looked bad.
It kind of hurt. It was definitely shitty down there. It hurt.
That's why you get a metal foot. You don't have to worry about spikes anymore.
Oh, so you're volunteering to go first now? Okay.
I'm going to pay extra attention to the wall.
War Hero, thank you for the follow, man. We are just starting the Tomb of Horrors with the Trolls R Us gang. And they are on edge already.
I assume that Krukesh helped me out of the pit. And
yes, he helped you out of the pit. Okay. You stand up, you're on the ground, you look, you can see this nasty pit sitting there.
I will spit into the pit.
Yeah, and you see more down the line. It continues on.
And then motion Krukesh to continue on.
So we are going to be also just a quick announcement to everybody, and I actually chat with you guys Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday before Halloween. We're going to be running The Haunt 2 is released. Actually, the Fantasy Grounds mod gets released tomorrow on the DMs Guild. So I got to chat with the girls. I'm going to see if they want to play it Saturday night. Sunday night, we're going to be running a special game with other streamers. So far, I've got amazing DM and the 20 Sides to Every Story are going to be involved. I've put a call out to Shinshin Stories. Unfortunately, Josh of Dungeon Dwellers cannot play because he has got family duties first thing in the morning, and the module probably will run somewhere between 4 and 5 hours at the time, because it actually is supposed to run 6 to 8, but I'm going to slim it down a little bit because we haven't got that time. I need to chat with, there's a couple other streamers. I actually chat with Baboon. I meant to reach out to him, but we're going to do an all-cam game. That's going to be Sunday night. You guys, it's up to y'all whether you want to continue this or if you would like to do the Monday before Halloween. If you want to run the Haunt 2 for the game, it might be a little bit more of an abbreviated version, but we will still run it if you want. And then I'm also going to offer it to the Tuesday group too. But that will be the...
I was going to say, the Monday before Halloween's actually my birthday, so I wasn't... I was going to let you know, I might not be here.
It's fine.
It's play by ear. I don't know what my family's planning. We normally do it on weekends, but
if we lose the group, then we can take the night. I'll run it for whoever wants to be a part of it. If we're off, or if you got, we'll talk about it afterwards. But I'm just putting it out there for the group if you want to run it or not, or we can play, or we can take the night off. Because with this, if we're not going to have a full, most of you, I'd rather not run this. Without the full.
Agreed.
So with what's going on.
I don't know if I'm going to be here myself. We're closing on a new house on the 15th.
Then we may, if that's going to be the case, I'll revisit that with all of y'all after the session, just to kind of let me know what your schedule. If not, I would like to know ahead of time whether you want to call it or not, because I will then, whoever's left wants to play, and or I'll open it up to a few of the other groups and or extra viewers to come on and be a part of the session on Monday night and play the Haunt 2. Okay? All right. So back to the game. Crew Cash helps Toonlock out.
Yes, we've come to consensus. Crew decides he's going first. And we're just going to save you some time and Crew Cash this. Stop me if I step on something.
Well, you're going to step right here and go straight down. You found it. Another one. Right here. And you will take... 16 points piercing damage.
Now technically, wouldn't Crew Cash only take half that because he's only stepping on 1 foot? Sorry.
Crew, are you trying to intentionally try to stop falling?
Well, I think he meant because one of my feet is made out of metal, so I don't know how long the spikes are.
Well, you saw the picture.
Yeah, they're pretty nasty.
Yeah. No, I'm not intentionally trying to walk slowly or stop.
Yeah, there you go. Well, you got yourself 16 points of poison damage, and I need a con saving throw from you, please. And you will take half of that in poison damage.
Okay.
And then you will pick yourself up. And continue onward, I would assume. Uh-oh, what somebody sent me?
Oh, that was me.
Okay. Let's see.
I think I figured out a zigzag pattern, guys.
Yeah, War Hero, he has an adamantine leg that was made for him after he lost it in one of the other episodes. And
the Great Fire Temple. One of my legs was chopped off.
Yes.
And I had donkey's ears for a while.
Mm-hmm. So,
isn't your adamantine leg the shape of a bear foot?
It's shaped
yes,
like
it is. It's also
shaped
as a bear paw.
That's right. Okay. Crew Cash gets up and proceeds. Finds another one. Oh boy, it's just like, all right, Crew. Take yourself 10 points piercing. So, roll me another con save, please. Half is that. poison, please.
All right, so that's 21 total.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to holler at crew to stop. And
crew will see the end of the hallway. Baboon, can you play Monday night?
But I see the end.
I just got an idea. Maybe use your sword in front of you and stab the ground to see if it gives way, so you don't fall in again.
I don't have a sword.
Well, your weapon. You just poke the ground with your weapon in front of you. Because you got a pole arm, yeah.
And so you got a nice long weapon there.
Use it as a prodding stick for the ground, and you can hit it pretty hard, and that way you know whether it gives or not.
Okay,
that's Tomb Luck yelling it.
Find out who all the rest of the people I'll reach out to. I'm doing the haunt too, so we're gonna run an all cam game. My first one, I got to get out of the way so I can learn this stuff and start running them up. But we're gonna have all streamers. And I saw Shorty Beard. Yeah, so let me find out if what Matt and them say. And yeah, I totally forgot. I'm glad. Yeah, Monday before Halloween. That Monday before.
All right.
So Monday or Sunday?
Okay, wait. Sorry, Sunday. Sorry, Sunday night. Sorry, Baboon. I'm off. Sunday night before Halloween, not Monday. But we may do a Monday too if a couple of guys are from this group are going to take off. Want the night off.
So I will try Tomb Luck's decision, then take my glaive and kind of just smack the butt in on the ground in front of me as I'm walking. Fairly hard to see if any more of the floor crumbles.
All right. You're looking at the doors. So what you see is you hit these. It's a countered weight trap door that looks just like the floor. And it's open as soon as you step on it. It is giving way quite easily from the weight of you stepping on it. So you're going to have to put some heavy weight into it if you're going to try to push the door. So there possibly would be a dex check to make sure that when you push that you're not surprised and go in after the floor. Anyway.
Okay.
That makes sense, you know? So, yep. So you can, all right.
Figure I'll do half move since I'm going slowly tapping.
Nothing happens?
Okay, I'll continue on the next 20.
All right. Make me a perception check, please, in the tower.
Okay. By the way, I move there and I put spider climb on myself and I walk on the wall.
Okay, yeah, I was sawing that. Okay, all right, so what crew? Okay, crew, you get here. And you will discover... one there.
Okay. Is that what the perception check was for, or do I need the dex check to see if I fall in or not still?
You found the... yeah, when you push on it and finding it, give me a dex check. Or acrobatics, whichever one you want to favor. Whichever one, unless they're both the same.
Check or save?
Check. They're both the same, aren't they?
Yeah, I have +1 to saves from the ring now.
Then you can roll that. The ring will do your business. Oh, well. Is that with the +1? Is that?
Yes, that's added in there already.
Oh,
it should be
wow. Okay.
Whatever the dice is +6.
It was this. You will go face first in. So this one will give you found it, but you proceeded to fall into it anyway. And so you will take 11 points piercing damage. Would you make me a con save, please? Yeah, we will definitely let me get with you afterwards because I want to get this all down. It gets released tomorrow. I'm going to read up on it. I've got to do my work on slimming it down because Phil said that it's definitely a 6 to 8 hour deal, and I don't want to run it that long. It can't run that long for my sessions, but we will plan on, because if the Tuesday group wants to play, then you'll be able to play then. So don't forget that. All right, so that's going to be half of this. The new haunt. That's right, Baboon. I'll get it tomorrow. Half of that poison damage. The Haunt 2 out tomorrow. That's what Phil said. At least he PM'd me in Facebook. Let me know. I asked him when it was coming out. Okay. Now, so yep, you found that pit. Pull yourself out, and you see the end of the corridor, and what do we see here? At the end of the corridor, you see two things. One is a little archway, little doorway, that just an opening that you'll see right here. And on the wall in the center here, you will see before you a relief sculpture of a devil face formed of mosaic tiles. The face has a huge O of a mouth, inside of which the space is dead black. I'm sure y'all know what the hell that is. If you don't, do you D&D? And where are my... that's the story. I have got so many...
But you have a picture.
Yeah, I'm getting the picture. We got to show it. Let's see. The Tomb of Horror. Oh, I need the... Okay, this is me not doing this right. Map.
By the way, while I'm walking along the side of the wall, which I'm standing up like normal, but sideways, I'm pounding on the floor, on the wall, I guess, with my staff.
Oh, really? They didn't give... No way. They didn't give us a picture of our... Oh, boy? I mean, come on.
That is, like...
That's
something
like
that puts us wrong.
Yeah, they sure didn't. Durnan...
There's going to be one out there somewhere. You can Google search for that.
Yeah, exactly. Original... Well, that's the cover. And this is... That's Yawning Portal. I'll be damned. They didn't. Why would they do that? Because Spike Pick, no, original cover, oak door. Okay, so an entrance, and that is the entrance. Yeah, this is basically, okay, so actually, and I need to make in this picture, this, and I apologize, this happened on the entrance right here. I missed that, and that's my fault. Right where you're standing, Anilius, before you step there, you are seeing the picture I sent you. You see this chest. You see the Anubis. I think those are what those are, the dogs. And there is a chest that's sticking out on a little shelf.
I sent you a picture there, Duff.
And yeah, open link. I don't know why they save image. Let me put this. Everybody knows what it is, but it's I'm kind of surprised they didn't. Fantasy Grounds campaign. This is Monday nights images.
It's one of those things you stick your hand in that gets chopped off.
Mm-hmm. This one is much bigger. Just so you know.
I can stick my whole arm in there.
You could actually fit your whole body in there. Actually, would you believe?
Interesting.
In this version. All right, let me go back to maps.
It's a big mouth.
Sure, you should put your, you know what, in there.
He was considering it.
Your metal leg, right? That's what you're thinking about. Your metal leg.
It looks like a leg.
File directory. Why isn't it showing it to me? That's really strange.
Well, I look to Toonlock and to Mara and say, what do you guys make of this chest in the wall here?
Is this it?
Okay, so let me finish it. Yeah, so that the big creature's face is showing at the end of the hallway, And on that section is this chest. I apologize. I've got so much open. This is the first time I have just got a mess of things open. Okay, so this
you look in
looks like
Discord.
Yeah,
that's the one I showed Duff there, Mark.
Yeah, he's shown it to me. I've copied it over. I'm waiting for damn. It's not bringing up the picture in my drawings, and I'm trying to figure out why it's not. So it'll show up here in a second. There it is. Okay, boom, folks. No, there are no torches there. There is a big devil face with a huge O in the mouth. Take care, Mai.
And at the moment that Anelius says something about a treasure chest, I will turn around and go towards the treasure chest.
Okay. Yep.
And look at it.
So let me bring that up. All right. Okay. So as y'all are looking at the walls, and Mars, and I apologize, you would have caught this, though. The feature at that spot catches your attention because it's actually kind of outstanding looking. There are two jackal-headed human figures are painted so as to appear they're holding a real bronze chest that protrudes from the wall, right in the center of the wall. Let me pull this out right here. Oh, come here. Here, let me do this. Well, why isn't that? I guess I've already done it. So, right. I'm going to move the trap for a second. So, boom, boom, boom. Right there. And the trap is right there. I'm just taking it off right there.
So the trap's right under it. Is there any space on the one side of the trap to walk towards the wall?
Nope, covers the whole wall. That whole area.
Mar will send his ethereal hand out and poke the box.
Yeah, it's a real box. And actually, both you two are kind of staring. Actually, all three of you are staring at it. Oh, Nillis, are you backing up?
I am backing up, yes.
I know it's not funny, but this really has already set everybody on the edge, which is great. You automatically, but you're looking at even Nillis, you even see it as you're backing up. The light from outside catches. And wait a second, hold on. Am I looking? Kaz, have you even stepped inside yet?
I was going to, but I'm still just waiting.
You actually, the three of you, can tell that there is a needle that is there's a catch right at the underside of the chest, hinged. You can tell it's maybe this kind of hinged from the bottom, and there is a needle that is sticking about 3 inches out from the wall, right where you would have to push the catch.
Ma will use his hand to push the catch. His magical hand, his real hand. From back here.
Okay. So let's bring up the image again here. What was the entrance? Okay. Yep. So bring this up. And what happens is that you're seeing, you push it, and the chest is open, and the lid just kind of, the chest is examined. The viewer will note that it's hinged on the bottom so as to allow the lid to swing down if a catch on the top is pressed. So you push it, and the lid pops open. And I'm not sure if the chest is examined closely, the viewer will note that it is hinged on the bottom so as to allow the lid to swing down if a catch on the top is pressed. So how does I guess the front, no, actually it's the lid's going to pop off, and it's opens up, and it, well, let me see, where's Anelius at? Let's back up over here. He's kind of still, and y'all look at everybody backing. Sorry. Nothing happens other than the lid opens up.
I will move forward and take a look.
You don't see anything in the chest. It appears to be empty. But you see, since you're in an angle looking down on it, that if you were standing, if you had been some way, eye level with the chest and all that, and you reached your hand up and over, you would have had to feel down, but there is a rod that protrudes vertically from the bottom. And it looks like
that closer.
Yeah, it looks like it, moves easily, pulled or pushed kind of back and forwards, it's like a lever of some sort, but you can't see it from standing on the ground. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I'm actually standing on the wall.
Exactly. You can see it though. Yes. But if you were standing on the ground, you wouldn't be able, from your normal human would have to reach up and over into the chest and feel around the bottom of the chest to detect the lever that was there.
I will sigh deeply, put my hand in it, and pull on the lever.
Real quick question: would Aeneas have told us of the lever in the chest?
No, he just walked up and grabbed it.
I'm grabbing it.
Okay.
You pull on it, and there is a clicking noise coming from where it looks like the door for the trap door that covers the pit, a locking mechanism or unlocking mechanism, so to speak.
Okay.
You just kind of pull it back and forth, and you hear down below you, and you see it's click, 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 click as you're kind of pushing it back and forth.
Is there a door in the picture further down?
Now, there are, yes, they're farther down. Yes, there is on the wall. That door, actually, I am told, is going to be, let's see, let me pull this up. On the west wall adjacent to the, okay, so where crew cache is at, that is right here. It's in the middle, and that picture's deceiving, I apologize, but that door you're going to see is, let me back this up, over the pit on this wall right there. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why it's farther down, but it says the description, just so y'all know. On the west wall adjacent to the northernmost pit, actually no, northernmost pit, y'all are on the north pit, so I'm looking at that wrong. It's actually it actually is right next to it. Okay. No, that doesn't make sense.
The chest must be before it. The pit.
Hold on a second. The corridor contain. Okay, so they found the pits. No, it's right. It is right. It's before you. You are correct. I apologize. I've got this messed up. So there is a door there, just like you see in the picture. Yep. My bad.
So I'm guessing the door is where the pit is, and the chest is right in front of the pit?
It's right before it. Yep, it's right before it. That's correct.
Okay.
Yep, thank you.
It's looking like it's about time we should call it for the night.
Oh, it is 10:30. Oh, wow, I was just getting all... I was getting all into this. So, all right, bummer, folks. We got to go. So I'll redo the map here. So let me see. Okay. Yeah, so I have a single map for that encounter. Okay, so that's interesting. I read that wrong. The DM map's just a little off. That's what's confused me, and I apologize, guys. just a little off on. It's there's whoa. Thank you for the follow, R1 Rose. Yeah, their grid is just a little off, and so I'm seeing where the pits are just a little bit different from the map we're on. So that's all my fault. I'm going to be DJ down the road here. Okay, so we're going to we hold here at 10-4. Cornelius is on one of our West Coasters and has
East Coast.
East Coast, and must like some of us we have to get to bed. But we will hold here until and pick up the adventure in full force next Monday again, and see how much farther along they get in the Tomb of Horrors. They have a picture of a door, and it looks like a dungeon or some type of torture chamber door that you see there. And down where Crew Cache is at, don't forget, is that there is the big devil face is on the wall there, but there also is a little corridor there, and there is a little mist kind of floating out of that hallway. Not very light, and it kind of dissipates as it comes through the archway. But there's a little mist there from where your angle. And we will hold right here, guys. Anybody got any questions before we let it go? We'll do a raid here too. But I want to thank everybody for watching, guys. Good job. Enjoy the rest of your week. And you guys let me know. I think it was Anilius and Crew Cache. Let me know about if you can as soon as you can. If you want to play that Monday before, or if you want to take the night off. I've got other stuff going on, and I will reschedule accordingly and run something for the group. But we will not play. If y'all know ahead of time, I'd rather like to have all 5 of you here for the session when we're playing to continue on. So just in case, because of everything that's going on, and you can understand why. So
absolutely,
definitely.
I'll probably just go ahead and err on the safe side and say I won't be here that Monday.
Okay, Anilius, you thinking about it too? Then that you probably would be off.
Well, the thing is that next Monday we're closing on a house, so we're going to be moving the next couple weeks. So I don't know exactly what our timetable is. The one good thing in my favor is that particular week I am actually on vacation.
Okay. So you want to let us know?
I will let you know as soon as I know exactly what I can do.
Okay. All right. Then we will hold there. I'm trying to see who we want to raid. We're let it go for the night, folks. Appreciate it. I'm trying to see who do we want to raid. Looks like Matt and them are over there. They're not playing tonight though. We will. How about Nerd Immersion? I just saw those guys. Where are they at? They're silliness. Let's do them. Okay, we're going to hold there, folks. Appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow night for the Death Dealers as they are getting close to finishing up Princes of the Apocalypse. So take care. Thanks for watching, and head on over. We'll do the raid of Nerd Immersion and tell them that they've been rejected. And we'll see y'all tomorrow night. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, stream.
Thanks, stream.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everyone.
All right.
The big thing is I'm not even sure I'm going to have internet yet or not.